Did you know there's a fairy tale where a woman saves her man and the day and then actually gets credit for it? With gender bending that is praised and rewarded. It's an African fairy tale called Samba the Coward, purportedly from Sudan. I say purportedly because it was recorded by Andrew Lang in one of his many fairy books. He was a Scottish historian and writer in the 1800s. He got it from an African source, but you know, it's secondhand. And this is the original illustration by Henry Justice Ford. This is how the African characters look in all of his illustrations. If you were kind of like, wait, I don't know if that looks right. No, that's how he did it. There's a king who has an only child named Samba, and from the earliest days of his childhood, he is afraid of everything. He grows up big and strong and sweet and liked by everyone, but whenever fighting happens, he goes somewhere and hides. Because of this, everyone calls him Samba the Coward. So he decides when he's an adult, he's gonna leave the country because he doesn't want to be called that anymore, and he picks a country that has only known peace for a long time, so he doesn't have to be afraid. As soon as he gets to this new country, the princess of the country says, "That is a gallant, beautiful man. Dad, I want to marry him." And so the dad consents to it and he marries the princess. We're told the princess is very content with her new husband and that they pass the days just hanging out under trees, telling each other stories. Eventually, however, the city is attacked by another kingdom. And so the king beats the war drum and announces it's time to go to war. And everyone looks around for Samba, but he can't be found. His wife eventually finds him hiding in a dark cellar. And even though she tried to kindle in him a sense of shame, it's all in vain. He's not going. So in order to save her self-embarrassment, she dresses in his armor and goes to battle pretending to be him. And guess what? She slays. Literally slays. She defeats the enemy and all the people sing praises for Samba and say he is Samba the Brave. She's like, look, the enemy's gonna come back for one more fight. I am too wounded to fight again. You have to go. But he still will not go. So she says, okay, I can't walk and really can't mount the horse. So how about you ride out in your armor so everyone sees it's you, and then I'll meet you by the gate and we'll switch places. I'll still go into battle for you. And he's like, okay, I can do that. So he gets in the armor, he mounts the horse, and then she basically slaps the horse and says, go on, go to battle, and sends him out there against his will. But then a miracle happened. When faced with his opponent, Samba suddenly feels life spring into him and he fights with all his might. And when a man of his size and his strength begins to fight, the story says, he generally fights well. So he kicks the enemy's butt for good. Everyone shouts his praises. The king says, "Oh, my son, how can I ever show you how grateful I am?" And it says, Samba, who was good and loyal when fear did not possess him, said straightly, "My father, it is your daughter and not me to whom thanks are due, for it is she who has turned the coward into a brave man." In a lot of other stories, he would have completely taken the credit and his wife behind closed doors would quietly be like, "Oh, I did a good thing." But he's like, no, she's the one who did all of this. I owe everything to her. She's not punished for crossing those gender norms or crossing the norms of a wife telling her husband what to do and even kind of tricking him into it. And the more fairy tales and folklore you read, the more you realize there are badass, amazing women who do incredible things in them, but rarely do they get praised for it or get credit for it. And that's what I love about this one.